Hey guys, happy Monday. This is week number 5 of our 16-week series. And first, I want to make sure that you know where to go to get the first 4 weeks in case you've missed any of them. HeidiWhitehair.com. And you'll see the recordings along with the little cheat sheet graphic that goes along with each of those. So I highly recommend that if you haven't seen any of them, go watch. And if you've seen them and you need to revisit, go watch. So they're there for you anytime that you want. And then the day after I get this done, so tomorrow, week will be added to the grouping as well. So um, I'm going to recap kind of what we talked about the first 4 weeks because we're kind of building a stair step approach to building this business, and it starts with the basics always. Which week 1 was all about sharing your testimonial, what the products have done for you, because literally that is you can build a business just getting results on the products and sharing those with others. That's how I started 27 years ago. I still do the same thing today. I share my results. People care only about results. So, week 1 was all about sharing your testimonial, your personal story, because anyone that knows you, maybe they know you, or maybe you meet someone, you're right. You're the person in front of them. You're the one that they want to know, did it work for you and will it work for me? And then week 2 is about borrowing strength. And borrowing strength can be used through your entire career with network marketing. And you can borrow strength on a product, on maybe if you don't have something going on in your life, maybe a health concern, but you know someone else that does. You can get them on a 3-way phone call, put them in a 3-way chat on Messenger, and you can borrow their strength that way. Hi, Terry, this is my friend Paula. I can't wait for you to hear her story. Paula, this is my new friend Terry. You kind of do an intro and then you let it rip. And then they get to share Paula gets to share her story. Then week 3 was creating that product confidence. Nothing is going to create product confidence, not every ingredient, not knowing everything, how it works in the body, all that jazz. It's really about using and sharing, taking the products and sharing those great results and the results of other people. So that is how you build product confidence, because people can have like an argument, a debate with you on an ingredient, or this works or that works. If you're just talking general terms like that. But if you're talking about your own personal story, no one can take that from you. No one can argue the facts of that. So that's super important. And then week 4 was about creating confidence in the business or the compensation plan. Now, for a lot of us, we're new to this. And the compensation plan, I just approved today a brand new compensation plan overview. So we're going to be scheduling that. But it's very simple if you take just the steps of the 4 steps that we do. And I'm not going to go over that. I want you to go watch the recording. So having that compensation plan confidence as well, because when you share from confidence, people feel that. They feel like, she's confident, she's passionate, she believes in this, I should pay attention. If you don't, if you over talk it, talk around it, don't know what to say, borrow someone's strength that is confident in it, because that is how you're going to get people interested in your compensation plan and in your business. And start at a really small level, like, would an extra $500 a month make a difference for you? Because it sure did for our family. That's what I started with 27 years ago, and it's still true to this day. It works. So this week, we're going to talk all about the 10 ways to present your wellness products and your business opportunity. Now, some of you are going to go, wait a minute, we went over that step in week 1 or week 3, whatever. That is how this works. You need to be going over the basics all the time, but realizing that sharing your story is going to be thread through everything. And, being confident in the products is going to be thread through everything. All of these things build upon each other. So 10 points here. Point 1, share your personal story. Lead with why you started your health journey, lifestyle goals, or desire for freedom, not the product details. So for me, I started because I had a sick baby. That's what I've told that story for 27 years. It's still true today, 27 years later. But that is my personal story of why I started. So lead with your personal story. Number two, lead with education, not promotion. Really, if you get down to brass tacks on this, it's you are a coach. You're a coach teaching someone about health and wellness products that you have in your product line, and you're a coach on teaching people how to build a business. So when I say that you're the owner of your own business, it's absolutely the truth. But with that business comes this big bucket of tools that I'm teaching you that you can kind of pick out. I'll use this one today. I'll share this today. I'm going to borrow the strength of this person tomorrow. These things are available for you to be able to utilize in building your business, but nothing, basics never change ever. Still 27 years later, they're still exactly the same. Let's see. Number three, use real life results and experiences. What this means is everyone has a BS detector. People know when you're giving them a line of you know what. So you want to share real stories, real results, because you don't have to embellish this. You don't have to make it sound better than it is because it's pretty darn amazing. And when you over talk something, oversell it, use car salesman, we kind of call it sometimes throwing up on people. You have all this knowledge. I remember when I was new, I thought if I could just hold on to you long enough to share everything I know in my head, you're certainly going to buy every product. You're certainly going to do the business. And literally all that happens is people run from you. So you want to use and share real life experiences and real life results. So share before and afters. There's pictures speak a thousand words. We talk about that all the time. We have a Mentoring Monday call. If you guys or anybody's interested in joining us, you should. They're amazing. I was telling Paula this morning that she shows her before and after a lot. And, before, after, because her journey keeps evolving. That's an accountability piece for Paula to stay on track. It's not just because she wants to show y'all, she should be proud of it, but it's also that accountability piece. So keep sharing those before and afters, even if it's a before that was many years ago. If you're keeping it off, or you're even losing more, or you're getting in shape, all of those things matter. Uh, you want to share testimonials and daily wins that shows consistency and credibility. If you start and stop, I'm sorry, you don't have credibility in my book. So even if you're at a snail's pace and you're just kind of going along, you don't have to be, going at a rapid pace, but being consistent and staying in there is what's going to create that confidence. And for me, it's going to get my attention versus someone that starts and stops. Number four, ask curiosity based questions. Invite conversations with questions like, would you be open to learning how I support my energy naturally? Every Everyone in the world would tell you I need more energy. There's very few people in the world that say they don't. Or everyone in the world would say, I want almost everyone, I want to lose 5 pounds, or I need to get healthier, or I need to get more water in. There's so many ways to open that conversation. Are you open to hearing how I do X? I know you're interested in getting physically fit. Well, this is how I've done it. And I share my running story all the time where I started with 30 seconds, thought I was going to die. I said, I don't run. I hate running. I only run from a bear, like all the things. And I started with 30 minutes or 30 seconds, that kind of thing, and then moved on to where I can run 45 minutes at a time. That's pretty amazing from someone that said, I hate running. Number five, focus on transformation, not ingredients. People really, I mean, you can talk ingredients, but you're opening the door to have someone argue with you, number one. And number two, if you really don't know what you're talking about, it's really not a good idea. And number three, if you talk ingredients, most people will look at you and say, I can't do what she does. I can't talk like she talks. I'll tell you a quick story that happened to me. In the very beginning, my sponsor, Kelly, came to my house. I put a kind of bar stool up in the middle of the living room, up by the fireplace. We're all on the couches. I'm kind of standing behind the couch. And she starts talking about, no lie, the neurotransmitters of the brain. I didn't know I had neurotransmitters in my brain. I was like, after the party, I said to my husband, I can't do what she did. I can't talk about neurotransmitters. I didn't even know I had neurotransmitters. And he said, honey, all you need to do is share your story. When you drink this product, this is how I feel. And literally, you guys, that's how I built my whole business because I didn't, I know enough to be dangerous. That's about it. That's why we have formulators and people that do all of that. People care more about how they will feel than what's inside the bottle. They really do. Now, some of you are going, oh, but people want to know. Most people don't even know what an ingredient is or how to pronounce it. So you just give them enough information to satisfy them, or maybe direct them to some place where they can get that information. But what I would really highly recommend is to say, I don't know about that, but because you don't wear a white coat. But what I do know is I feel amazing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I didn't used to. That's more powerful. Number six, position the business as an option, not as an obligation. Again, kind of used car salesmen and people get kind of BS detector-ish kind of things when it comes to business opportunities, if you will. So when Kelly talked to me about the business opportunity, I was doing daycare full time. 10 years I'd been doing it. I wanted to be home with my kids. And so how she positioned it to me was, I know you want to be home with your kids, and I know you want the time freedom to be able to go do things at school and stuff because we shared a child, our kids went to preschool together. I know you want the time freedom. This could offer you both. So she positioned it like that versus, oh, you need to sign up type of thing. So it's very important how you position that. Share the opportunity as a vehicle for growth, flexibility, or income without pressure. I don't know if this is for you, but this is what happened to me. It also could be something along the lines of get started on the products when you figure out you love them as much as I know you're going to love them, then we can get you started and signed up. Okay, that kind of takes the pressure off where they feel like they have to do something. Number seven, share lifestyle benefits. Show how the business supports freedom, community, leadership, and personal development. I share all the time. I'm 5 foot tall, 5'2". Gosh, I got to make sure I get those 2 inches. 5'2" on the outside, 7 feet tall on the inside because of personal growth. I am certainly not the person I started 27 years ago. I would be the wallflower that would kind of stand in the back of the room at a meeting. And my husband said, there's no way you can talk in front of a room. Well, here I am. And I've talked in front of 2,000 people at a time. So that certainly was not the person 27 years ago. Let's see. Number eight, keep it simple and duplicatable. A lot of people don't really know what this means, but it basically means if what you're doing, people can't go, I can do what she does, then you're not duplicating yourself. And duplicating yourself in this business is so important if you want to build a team. Because let's say if I was doing this, speaking to all of you, and sharing this. And I taught Paula to do it. Now I have two of us doing it, right? And then Paula taught Terry to do it. Now we have three of us doing it. What three of us can do together versus one of us alone, that's duplication. So avoid over explaining. Clarity builds confidence for both you and your team. And I will tell you, every time you speak like this, or share a product, or do a three-way phone call, or share your testimonial, your before and after pictures, you become a stronger leader. And when I say leader, because some of you are thinking in your head, I'm not a leader. You are a leader of your own business. You're a leader of your own life. You're a leader of your own family. You're a leader of your own health. Those things are important. And those are the things, that kind of skill that you develop. Number nine, invite, don't convince. Use language like, I thought of you, or would this be worth exploring? I hear a lot of people say things like, I really would love for you to come support me, which is okay, but then it's about you, not about them. So I really prefer, like, I know you've been looking for something to help with your energy, or I know you've been looking for a way to stay home with the kids. This might be a great fit. This 15-20 minute call might give you the idea of whether it is or not. Those kinds of invites would be preferable in my book. Let's see. Number 10, lead with belief and consistency. When you consistently use, share, and show up, confidence naturally follows. Let's talk about showing up for a minute. When you show up, I talk about this topic all the time. When I show up here every single Monday night to do this 16 week or the team Zoom or whatever it is I'm doing on Monday nights, that's my accountability to you and it's my accountability to me. That's keeping me at the forefront of thinking about my business, training myself, sharpening those skills that I have, not only speaking about the product, speaking about the business opportunity, but also leading a team. So, showing up is the first step of accountability for anything that you do. So, if you want to learn how to build this business, obviously, I've already told you about HeidiWhitehair.com. Until our new platform launches, that's where you'll find all these things. Then we'll have a resource center on our new platform. But for now, that's the easiest place and not on Facebook, so you don't have to scroll around and find them. Revisit the first 5 weeks. But when you build that confidence, that allows everything to kind of come out naturally. Um, Sharing the products and the business opportunity for me is like breathing. I do it naturally because I love it and because I show up for myself and I show up for my family and I show up for all of you every single chance that I get. I have learned to have that confidence, that passion in paying it forward and helping you all do the same thing.